What's going on YouTube? Kaioken came at you with another XY Wi-Fi battle. This one's against Petrawesome. Real quick looking at the team preview. I see a Conkeldar. I know that's going to be a huge ass threat. I also noticed that he has a Tornadus Therian and a Scizor, so I figure my Heatran is going to be pretty invaluable as well. Other than that, I think that the Deoxys is going to be the lead, and I can handle the Excadrill and the Politoed accordingly with my Celebi and my Terrakion, and also Mandibuzz. But anyway, let's get into the battle. I thought he'd lead off with the Deoxys Speed, because the Deoxys Speed is generally a lead, and it can get up at least guaranteed at least 2 layers of hazards, usually, with the Focus Sash. So he leads off with the Deoxys. I lead off with my Scizor, and I led off with my Scizor because I think I wanted to get off a U-turn, but upon seeing the matchup, I think I opted to go for the knockoff, predicting Petra to switch out. I don't think that was the most optimal play for me to do, although I do catch an incoming Politoed with the knockoff. I do get a crit, knock off the Dambrock, and I wasn't confident that another knockoff would take it out because it does not holding an item, and I got a crit. So I switched out into my Celebi immediately, because Celebi is a pretty good counter to Politoed. And I'm just going to go for the Giga Drain, as he actually stays unless his Politoed die. I guess it's because he figured his Politoed was useless at this point, since I did get the crit, and there's not really much Politoed is going to be doing for him against my team. I mean, he can use it as a pivot switch, but that's about it. So, at this point, he's going to go into his Tornadus, and I obviously have to switch out my Celebi because it can hit me with U-turn, Heat Wave, not really in the rain, but in Hurricane. So I switch out to my Heatran immediately, because unless he has a superpower, he won't be doing too much to my Heatran. But even if he has a superpower, it won't OHKO me, so I don't have to worry about that all too much. But that's still something I have to be on the lookout for. And as I said in the team preview, at least I thought I did, the big threat Conkeldar is just here to fuck my shit up. So I'm gonna switch out to my Mandibuzz. I didn't really have too much of a plan for this Conkeldar once I saw the team preview. I just switched my Mandibuzz into a knockoff, which was, I didn't really like doing that, but it's not like I can switch in Celebi or anything. So I'm just going for the knocking off the Assault Vest, which might help me take out this thing a little bit easier. But I'm actually going to go for the Roost right here. After he hits me with the Ice Punch, and just to get some more health back, I'm going to lose my Flying type. So now I'm going to switch out into my Scizor, and that was actually a pretty bad play by me, but because I went for the Roost last turn, obviously I lost my Flying type and I was just pure Dark, so that would coax him into going for the Drain Punch, which I didn't think about at the time. I thought he would go for the Ice Punch again, predicting me to not Roost or something like that, but, hindsight's 20/20. So I'm going to go for the U-turn after switching to my Scizor, and I U-turn into the Celebi because I know he's not going to go for the Ice Punch or the knockoff. And my Celebi eats up the Drain Punch, and right here, I don't know, like, I went into the Celebi in order to coax him into going for the knockoff, because my plan at this point was to coax him into the knockoff so that I can go to my Terrakion, get the Justified boost, and then pillage him with a close combat. But that does not happen because because I knocked off the Assault Vest, he's fearing that a Psychic would take him out, which I could just go for the Psy-Shock even with the Assault Vest on. I would do a good amount of damage if this is my offensive Celebi. But he brings in the Scizor, and I have to switch out into my Wall Chomp because Terrakion versus Scizor is not a good matchup at all, since Bullet Punch will crush my entire Terrakion's existence. So my Wall Chomp takes it relatively well, gets some nice rough skin damage. And right here, I make another misplay, like, I Mega Evolve and go right for the Earthquake, when what I should have done was get my rocks up. I don't know why I thought he would stay in, but I figured, like, I'll just click Earthquake, he's not going to switch into Tornadus, but he does. When in all honesty, all I had to really do was just go for the Stealth Rocks, because I didn't really have to worry about getting damage off on it since I still had my Heatran. But anyway, it's going to hit me with the Hurricane, and, it does quite a bit. And I'm like, alright, let's get my rocks up now. But I smack myself in the face, so I'm just upset right now. I have to switch out into my Heatran. And for some reason, Petra opts to go for the Heat Wave here. I'm not entirely sure why. Like, I wouldn't switch in my Celebi there, and I guess he thought I'd switch in my Scizor, but since I switched it in earlier on a Drain Punch, that wouldn't be too optimal for me to do. At any rate, he's going to go for the Focus Blast now. It's kind of confirming that he doesn't have Superpower, which, doesn't really matter at this point because I allowed them to get the burn. And I could either attempt to go for my rocks or go for the Protect. I go for the Protect just to preserve my Heatran because, like I said, I need this Heatran to KO the Scizor. And this is still the wrong Heatran that has Stealth Rocks along with my Wall Chomp that has Stealth Rocks. So, I mean, I should probably fix that at some point. But, at any rate, the Tornado is going to go down to the burn. It's going to bring out the Conkeldurr yet again. And I'm just like, damn it, how am I going to kill this thing? So, I figure what I'm going to have to do is let something die so I can go into my Terrakion and then close combat it. Switching my Celebi, and surprisingly, I lived a knockoff. Not really too convincingly, but considering this is my offensive Celebi, I mean, I guess I thought it was surprising. But instead of going into my Terrakion right now, I go into my Mandibuzz for some stupid reason. Go to my Mandibuzz, and this is going to allow him to actually restore quite a bit of HP with the Drain Punch. So instead of going for the Rooster right here, I'm just going to go for the Foul Play yet again, because I was figuring that I could get off some decent damage and then go to my Terrakion and close combat it, since I think that was my thought process during this. Because I don't know, I just was underestimating like all my bonds in this battle. Even though this is my adamant Terrakion, I like to stab CC, should be able to obliterate Conkeldurr from, I want to say from at least 50%. I don't know if I can do it from where it was before I sent in my Mandibuzz. But he's going to go for the Mach Punch, get off quite a bit of damage on me. I did about 50% before the defense dropped, so that's nice and powerful. Not like I wasn't expecting that or anything, but yeah. Since this is my sub-Salad Terrakion, he doesn't see an item, so he doesn't know that I'm not choiced yet, so he's going to go right into his Deoxys. And what that's going to allow me to do is go into my Heatran as he gets up a free layer of rocks, because I can't stop it at this point, so that's just going to happen. But he's actually going to go for the Protect, and I'm going to go for Lava Plume. The reason I didn't go for the Stealth Rocks was because I thought the Taunt was way too obvious. Did I say Protect? I meant Taunt. I thought the Taunt was way too obvious, so I was just going to go for the offensive move. And I hope to get the burn, but unfortunately I do not get the burn, not like it really matters, because it's still a 2-hit KO regardless. So he's going to get up a second layer of spikes, his first layer of spikes, so he gets up spikes and Stealth Rocks, and I'm going to be able to take out the Deoxys with the Lava Plume now. So I think, I want to say the score is 4-4 or 4-3, I don't remember. But in any rate, sends out his Excadrill, and I'm going to need to keep my Heatran around because that Scizor is still alive on Petra's field. So I'm just going to have to Death Fighter off my Garchomp here, so I get a free switch into something. I'm actually going to Death Fighter off my Chomp and get a free switch in my Terrakion, because I know that Terrakion will outspeed this Excadrill, especially since I saw the balloon. And, well, the Terrakion, I can't speak. Terrakion will force the Excadrill out, but I'm just going to go for close combat anyway, and the off chance he wants to stay in, just to get a free switch into a Scizor after the Terrakion dies. Well, after the Excadrill dies, but that's not the case. It goes directly out to the Scizor, and if I was Banded Terrakion, I'm pretty sure that would have KO'd, but I'm not entirely sure. Mega Scizor does have pretty decent defense. In any case, I'm going right into my Heatran, and I know some people run enough speed on the Scizor to outspeed Heatran, but I run enough speed on my Heatran to outspeed Scizor, outspeeding a regular defensive Heatran, if that makes sense. I don't know how much sense that actually makes, but in any case, in order for him to be outspeeding my Heatran, you have to be running a lot more speed than a regular Scizor does. So I'm just figuring that he's not going to be doing that. I'm going to go right for the Lava Plume, and I'm going to be able to take out the Scizor very easily, because, you know, it's Lava Plume from Heatran, even with no special attack investment. Heatran does have a quite nice special attack stat. So, last Pokemon is going to be Excadrill now, and I'm just going to leave my Heatran in to die to the Earthquake. No point in using Protect, because there's no way I can survive this anyway, and that would just be stalling on a pointless turn regardless, and I don't see any point in doing that. So, now I'm just going to go into my Terrakion, and I just barely lived the Entry Hazard damage. I think I take like 30 damage or something like that. Something close to that, because the last time I switched in, I just took note of how much damage I took, so I figured I could take another switch in, and yeah, I'm just going to close combat the Excadrill for the win. So GG Petra, and that's going to be it for this battle. As usual, you guys know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe, and watch a lot of good jazz. This is Kaioken. I'll catch you next time. Later.